the one thing that we have to make sure we do is distinguish ourselves, right? Like from the competition. So we already know we got good quality. We already know we got good pricing, but what are some things that you could actually do to make sure you get the very best? Like, and I'm like real quick, like I want to show you guys like a couple examples. Okay. So I'm going to turn on my camera so I could actually show you guys. So like, okay, so I'm using my book as an example. Okay. So with my book, and it's super dark here, so I apologize if you guys can't see it good. So like this is my real estate book, right? So it's like super like really good, right? So what I did is I made like a better quality book than my competitors, right? And like with one of the wine accessories, let me show you guys here. So like this box, like I could literally like stand on it, okay? And the difference is like there was other people like, see, it's like real nice inside, but one of the competitors, we didn't have like a better or worse product based on everything the number one seller was doing was they had a good product, but so did we, right? So to beat them, it's like, because imagine you get this nice box in the mail as opposed to like a poly bag. And our competitor, they had a really good product, but their packaging sucked, okay? So with that being said, when you guys are looking at your product, okay, that's one of the cool things with our team in China is that we could actually, like, even if the manufacturer says, this is the product packaging that we give you for this product, okay? So, like, with the wine accessories, you might pay like 70, 80 cents more for like the actual packaging, but it's the end user experience that we're concerned about, right? So like, even though I'm selling, say, a wine aerator, say they're selling a wine aerator, theirs comes in a poly bag, mine comes in like a really nice box. Whether or not they even use it, it's like with your cell phone, right? Like a lot of us have iPhones or we have Samsungs, right? Now, if you have an Apple, you're like in the Stone Age. It's got to be Samsung. No, I'm just kidding. But the truth is, right? Like the box Samsung gives you with that amazing like Galaxy or Note, right? Like the box they give you, like you don't want to throw it away. Like when you get that box and you open it up, like you may never touch that box again, but you'll throw away so much more junk before you throw away that actual box, right? Hey, it's Mike here, and we just launched version 7 of our Amazon training course where we walk you through the process of how we sold just in the last 30 days, our first 30 days, over 1,000 products with the brand new ranking strategies that we're now showing to the public. We've trained over 1,000 students, and last year alone we did over $3.2 million online. And if you go to my site, put your credit card away, enter just your first name and your email address, I'll immediately send you a series of free training videos that walk you through the process. If you have iPhones, like they're in really nice boxes too, but iPhones are junk products, like for sure. If you have an iPhone, like just throw it away and get a, again, like I'm all Windows Samsung based. So like, but I'm somewhat joking with that, but the truth is like iPhone has an amazing box. Like people don't throw them away. The Samsung phone, they don't throw them away. So what I'm saying is all things equal, right? Like all things equal. You order a product, it comes in a poly bag. And you might be like, it might be the best product though. But you order that product and you're like, oh my God, like it came in a poly bag, right? So the chances of your but imagine you order the same exact product, but it comes in like a super amazing box, right? Like our idea with packaging is to separate ourselves from the competition. Okay. So when I'm saying like don't get caught up in like Samsung or Apple. That's a debate we all have, but like that's not the point, because Samsung and Apple both come in amazing boxes, right? But say that, like just as an example, say the Apple came in like a Ziploc bag and the Samsung came in like this super cool box. All things equal, you're going to consider the phone that came from Samsung better, right? And like they're both equal. Like even though most people on this earth have Samsungs, there's still people in the Stone Age, like people that still use AOL, right? They use Apples. Like anyone that, like if you use AOL, you probably have an Apple. If you use, like if you're more in the future, you probably, and you're looking at more like from an internet marketing perspective, you probably use Samsung. I don't endorse either one. Neither one pays me, so why would I, right? But distinguishing your product from your competitor, all things equal, I'm saying, right? So you fixed what the negative reviews are. You're competing against the number one seller. How do you outmarket the other seller? Through all of the marketing techniques, right? So go in the members area and look at all the advanced marketing techniques right away, right? We're going to go through them with you. We're going to teach you all those things, but all things equal, like packaging is the tipping point of that scale, okay? So like everything considered equal, the key here is packaging, okay? So packaging, and that's why with our wine aerator, right, we made a really nice box. We made really nice packaging. We made sure there's a bag inside, right? But the team in China, so I want to make sure I'm clear here, right? So say your manufacturer says, this is the packaging we provide, right? Now, it's up to you to decide that, okay, that packaging is not good enough. So what I want to do is have the team in China outsource packaging, right? Which they do. They'll take the product from the manufacturer. Then they'll take the product from the actual packaging. Think of it as two separate products. Like think of your product as a product. Think of your packaging as a second product, okay? But you want to make sure that packaging is the best packaging that's out there. Does that make sense? Like for all you guys, like, does that really like make sense for you? Because like packaging is so huge, and so many people, they don't consider the benefit and the value of packaging. They think of packaging as just a box, right? It's not just a box, because a lot of people might receive your product in the mail from Amazon, but they might not use it. They might not do anything with it for several months, right? Now, if it comes in just like a poly bag, like a Ziploc bag, they might see your product as cheap or junky. And one of the products we've launched, we spent more money, and I'm not joking, we spent more money on the box and the packaging than the actual product. But we're competing with the biggest sellers out there. Like, and why? Because we have actually super good packaging and a super good product. Now, if that product came in a poly bag, are they going to see it as the best product out there? Probably not, right? Like, does that make sense? So, like, these are the things, like, once you get into the nitty gritty, you want to know what's the box quality. You need to know, and our team in China will do this for you, the box size, the presentation inside and out, right? So when you open the box, like what's inside it? Are there inserts? Like, is it like a nice foam in, like the product actually holds in the nice firm packaging, right? Like everything is presentation. Like Porsche, like Bentley, you know why they're successful? Because it's their packaging, right? They sell a great product, but the way they frame their services, the way they frame their design, the way they frame their actual product is why they're successful, okay? the alternatives are poly bags, hanger tags. You could do all that. If you're selling socks, right? You just want a really nice designed hanger tag. You want a really nice poly bag if that's your only alternative. But if you're selling a product that can get a really nice box, really nice design, at least get quotes on it, right? Like, look at your competitors. This is my advice. Look at your competitors. How are they delivering the product to the consumer? And then order them, right? Yourself. Order those products. See what their packaging is like. Make it better. That's my advice, because packaging will sell your product more than worrying about all the minor details. Of course, you want a good quality product. Of course, you want a product that sells well. Of course, you want a product that you can compete. The margins are there. Of course, you want all that. But you also want really good packaging. You want that wow factor, right? Like, even if your product was subpar, if your packaging had that wow factor, you would overcome a lot of returns, a lot of negative reviews based on just the packaging. So the dedicated team in China, they'll assist you with the packaging. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that, right? And like, I'll give you a really good example. Like, we found the best manufacturer in China. Like, we all go to China, right? And like me, Mike, and Sam, a bunch of students, we were in China. And we found, like, while we were in China, like, our team like hooked us up with a really good manufacturer. Now, the problem was that manufacturer delivered the product in really poor packaging. So what we did is we spent like 80, 90 cents, like in that range, to get better packaging, right? But now when the end consumer, the guys on Amazon, the people on Amazon actually get that product, it's in like way better packaging. So you guys get that? So now what we're going to talk about is logos, okay? So you could do all different kinds of logos. You can do silk screen, heat transfer, laser engraving. Now, when you consider what kind of logo you want, it depends on the product, right? Is it metal? Is it plastic? Is it like any other material, right? That depends on what kind of logo, because every product we do has our logo on the product, right? That makes it your product, because anybody can just white label a product, turn and burn, move on. But if you're looking to grow a brand, you want to have logos. Like, that's huge. Having your logo on the box, on the product. Like, making the product your own is huge. Now, it also helps with hijacker avoidance. On the like I just said it, on the product, box, or both. Like, that's the key, okay? The dedicated team in China will help you get the product, get the logo that, and we already showed you, right? And if you go inside the members area, you'll show where we do a whole section on outsourcing logos, where you could pay $10, $20, $30 for a logo, take that logo, but actually either silk screen, heat transfer, laser engraving, put it on the product, right? Doesn't cost you that much more.
I've really felt like since I've joined, this is one of the best decisions I've made in my life.
From August 2nd to September 2nd, I generated $15,000 in sales.
I did about 6K one day.
We set a goal of 300 sales in the first 2 weeks, and we met that in 8 days.
Our first 12, 13 days, we've averaged just over $1,000 per day in revenue.
Right now I've got 74 5-star reviews, bestseller ranks at 29, and I've sold in 45 days almost 500 units.
We are moving about 15 to 20 units per day right now.
We were #1 new release on Amazon within 24 hours.
So the last 12 months would have been in July. I reached I guess 6 figures.
I've seen the result and I've been very impressed.
Today actually is ironic that we're making this video because we hit our biggest numbers, sales, organically.
We still made 150% on our investment.
By far, the level of accountability you guys bring and support to your team it's uncanny.
What you guys are teaching us changed my life.
Just mind-blowing and very helpful in helping us launch our products.
We were able to create an entire business from scratch with no knowledge before, really, of how to sell on Amazon.
It gave us basically a roadmap to get involved in e-commerce without having to reinvent a wheel.
If I didn't have this training to follow, I'm sure it would be very difficult for me to research everything and to come up with a process that would work.
The way Mike and Matt teach is really a foolproof method.
The quality and integrity of the program is amazing. The clarity of instruction and the detail of instruction is really easy to follow along.
I've been amazed with how robust and how much information they have in their program.
I get so much information from the training videos, and it's incredible.
Love the modules that I can listen to them again and again.
The steps that are laid out are very much succinct and something that you can follow.
It really is good to just consistently go over and over and over the same the basics in order to get your business up and running.
Everything that you've taught me so far has been useful. I've used a number of it both in this side business and also at my day job.
You guys have been helping me out with the Voxer talks, the live training videos that you guys have been sending me.
Learning that this even exists, learning the process and how to be successful has really been great.
I like how the information can be applied to other businesses, other online ventures that you might want to do.
We love this business for the business model.
I'm just so excited to be selling online and making money in a way that I never thought I would.
I'm just excited to get this started.
If you want free time and you know how this passive income system can work, I think you'll see the same thing.
Ultimately, pour into the things that I love, and for me personally, that's my family.
I'm just grateful for you guys. I feel like you're super positive.
One of the things that you guys do is set the tone for giving everything you've got.
You go above and beyond.
They aim to over-deliver. They don't need to do as much as they do, but they do it anyway.
Mike and Matt are just regular people. Successful, but willing to share the knowledge and help us become successful too.